Alright, fellas. We're back to RTC, also known as Reading Simulator. So I left off wanting to read this data log, but man, it was super long, so I decided to go to bed instead. So I'm gonna read it here. If you don't want to, if you don't care for this, skip ahead about 5 minutes. Yeah. So I'm gonna reread the first bit because I remember I read like 2 paragraphs, then checked how long it was, and yeah, we're gonna be here for quite a while. But if I'm not done, if you skip ahead in 5 minutes and I'm not done, skip a little further. All right. Project RTC is an attempt to pick up the remains of a very ambitious research project conducted by the UAC Cybernetics Division a few years back. Right, it's been a few days since I played this, so... Right, I still kind of remember what it was. Like, this was a project the UAC had done, but I guess it got abandoned or something. And now, Dr. White here is picking it up, to any kind of sacrifice. Allegedly, the Union Aerospace Corporation, with considerable military funding in their backs, sought to revive dead bodies through cybernetic implants to create the perfect army. The UAC project, however, ran into serious problems and eventually lost its funding. Now, the need for new weapons to eliminate the alien threat compels us to pick up the thread where the UAC dropped it and follow through on it. RTC is short for Regaining Total Control, which is fitting. We shall gain total control over the dead and use them to regain total control over the Earth, which is rightfully ours. The FCE has given the RTC team full authority to requisition anything it needs to obtain this very goal, and I am assured that the team will do anything in its power to succeed. So backed not only by the data recovered from the cancelled UAC project, but the painstaking theoretical research committed by the FCE Science Division, of which I myself am a member of, as well since the exodus of humanity, this team shall create fully cybernetically augmented soldiers. The preparation of the prisoners went off according to plan and are now stored in cryotubes within the lab. The RTC science team has begun Phase A of Stage 1, which involves testing live test subjects' nerve reactions. The team collected very varied data. Some of the subjects have a very impressive physical endurance, as showed by the second test, which was performed without anesthesiation. The physical endurance of the subjects is absolutely vital to this project, and I'm pleased to note that most of the volunteers seem to meet the requirements so far. All subjects have been through the electrical treatment, which will determine how well the subjects respond to electrical signals sent through their bodies. I must admit that I found this the most fascinating of the tests, as the results yielded were very varied. A few subjects passed out from the exposure and were deemed unfit for further testing. Phase B, which serves to test how well the brain can work together with an advanced mini-computer, has progressed fairly well, though unfortunately one test subject expired during testing, and we have been unable to determine the cause as of yet. This was very unfortunate, as we could not properly establish whether it was a unique occurrence or whether it will be a general problem with the microcomputer prototype. I decided to carry out this test on additional test subjects to investigate into this problem to see if it was a more generalized problem, but I had a major quarrel with the ship's captain about obtaining able-bodied men and women for the tests. The ignorant fool doesn't realize the importance of this project, and I do not, for the life of me, understand why he was chosen as the officer in charge of this ship. The captain finally agreed, but I did not manage to requisition the desired number of test subjects that I had hoped for. I must file a complaint about this incompetent person to the FCE project's management. The tests were successful, and the above-mentioned unfortunate incident did not repeat itself, so I decided to go ahead to Phase C despite minor uncertainties. Phase C of Stage 1, which served to combine Phases A and B, went off without any noteworthy occurrences, and it seems we can proceed to Stage 2 at last. Stage 2 involves the fine-tuning of the most vital implants for the RTC droids. The team started off with the initial fine-tuning of the devices in the early stages of Phase A. Tomorrow we shall test the implants on the prisoners. Today the team has been busy working on Phase B of Stage 2, testing the implants on the test subjects. The work is picking up rather quickly, and as Stage 2, 3, and 4 will be the 3 most complicated and demanding stages, I foresee that I will have little time to relax or even record my work for the next month's time, but I'll make sure that the FCE project's management receives a full report by the end of the month. Stage 2 went without any noteworthy implant issues, and all errors and malfunctions were corrected. Unfortunately, Prisoner 357 went into a raging frenzy during experimentation. Is that us? I know it's 3057, but is that us? Went into a raging frenzy during experimentation and had to be terminated. Okay, so it's not me then. We decided to store his body for Stage 3, where we shall start experimenting on dead bodies. Oh, it could be me. Though I believe we will have to take note of this problem. It could actually be me. Stage 3 was not unproblematic. The dead cells of the bodies would initially not regenerate, and the project suffered a minor setback in which the team had to find a way to stimulate the regeneration process. We found that we had to run a molecule restructuring process for the stimulating agent to make it work. After a lot of minor issues, the project got back on track, and the team succeeded in bringing a dead body back to life. The subject was in a comatose state in which she could not move or use her senses like a fully operational human being. This was as far as the UAC ever got in their endeavors to cybernetically revive dead bodies. The team later managed to revive the other dead subjects. Stage 4 was even more problematic than Stage 3. All three phases had their share of issues. The neural transmitters, which otherwise had worked perfectly in a living body, failed to emit the right signals, causing the subject's movements to be completely erratic, leaving the revived subjects more helpless than babies. Subjects couldn't walk, crawl, or even point their arms, not to mention communicate in any way. The sense apparatuses for most subjects were a complete mess as well, and all in all, we were forced to restrain the subjects from keeping them from harming themselves or ruining the implants. We've already lost a few precious devices, but that was to be expected. After many corrections and painstaking research, the team finally managed to have the subjects move normally and brought their senses to an acceptable level. The subjects can't smell very well, and their sense of taste is non-existent, but they won't need those senses. They won't need these senses as much, so I see no reason to worry about that. They won't need their senses as much, so I see no reason to worry about that. The subject's condition is currently slightly unstable, but acceptable given the time of the project. I think we can move on to Stage 5. Phase A of Stage 5 went remarkably smooth. It's interesting to note that this phase has progressed almost exactly as predicted. The test subjects were motorically functional, but unable to talk. I'm pleased to note that the current abilities of the subjects meet all the requirements for this phase, and we've proceeded with Phase B already. Phase B served to test the subjects' communicative abilities, and I'm pleased to write that the subjects have all displayed the intelligence and intellect that their records state they had in life. We still haven't enabled them to talk, but their body language and general attempts to communicate otherwise are understandable for the most parts. We terminated Subject 53 as he failed most of the communicative tests. You know, halfway through reading this, let the dead rest. Quit trying to revive the dead. Just let the dead sleep. They've been through enough. Let them sleep. The team has run into a serious problem that it cannot readily solve. Have they not fucking seen Full Metal Alchemist? Just let the dead rest. The project has reached Stage 6, where the TMC, Tactical Minicomputer, is to be implemented into the prepared test subjects' heads and linked directly to the subjects' brains. This device is very important, and for a number of tactical reasons, but first and foremost, it shall serve to keep the cyborgs under our control. However, being the most delicate implementation of the entire project, it was no surprise that the team would experience difficulties. This, unfortunately, has proven to be far beyond our control. The TMC has proven to severely damage the brain's nerves and quickly cause the subjects to go insane. To make matters worse, the TMC, once implemented, cannot be retrieved again. Hence, we have lost 10 otherwise perfectly suitable test subjects to this insanity issue. We have to find a way to put the subject's brain in a suitable condition in which organic matter can cooperate with the TMC technology. It's likely the brainwave decoder in the CSA unit is the main cause. I've ordered that we focus on only one subject at a time as to prevent further losses. Stage 6 is suffering a considerable setback, and I've decided to split up the RTC team so that one half of the team will proceed to testing and implementing the combat suit, while the other, myself included, shall try to solve this complicated issue. Team B reports that the NBC tests and various, like the fucking TV channel? Team B reports that the NBC tests and various hazard tests on the combat suit are progressing flawlessly. Sadly, I can't say the same for Team A's efforts to solve the TMC issue. We've literally gone back to the drawing board, having tried everything we possibly could to put the various subjects' brains in the right condition to no avail. Team A is now trying to attack the problem from a different angle and instead attempt to redesign the CSA, the Computerized Situation Analyzer. The problematic brainwave decoder cannot be redesigned without a complete CSA redesign. The Enforcers made a mysterious jump in space and time, which I cannot readily explain. We're currently stranded on an uncharted planet. This, however, has proven to be most fortunate for the project. I've successfully extracted and carefully studied a strange fluid located in various locations on this planet. I'm pleased to write that we've indeed found a way to create a protective agent which will keep the human brain functional and at an optimal level. Stage 6 has at long last been defeated, it seems. Team B took care of Stage 7, so we can finally move on to Stage 8 and the first actual RTC prototype. The team has begun preparing Subject 57's body, and I think that to celebrate our recent success, we shall name the next version after this subject. I'm pleased to announce that the team is working on our first truly optimized RTC model, RTC-3057. Well, this should prove an interesting update. RTC-3057 was activated as planned 2 days ago. The subject was intelligent, sentient, and responded to its environments as any human being would. In addition, the suit functions well in cooperation to the organic body. Unfortunately, it seems that the CSA in 0057's TMC is suffering from malfunctions as the subject is confused, and he clearly has not received the info the CSA was programmed to provide it with. So the team has been forced to shut 0057 down indefinitely, attempting to find the issue. Unfortunately, the new brain protective agent has an unfortunate effect on the device, and we'll have to design a new TMC entirely. Implementing a new TMC into 0057 is out of the question, as an attempt to remove the existing device could cause serious damage to the subject. I ordered the team to go ahead with the other tests. However, the testing carried out yesterday provided rather dismal results. The subject clearly remembers its military training, and the disciplinary device functioned perfectly, but something must have gone wrong, because the subject started firing wildly at the reinforced door to the testing range, clearly trying to get out, and against all sane judgment. I subjected 0057 to the jolt treatment issued by the disciplinary device to stop it, giving it first a Type C jolt, and when that didn't help, a Type Z jolt. The subject ignored the pain, something a sane person would not have been capable of, and the second jolt made it shut down. The good news is that the team has already completed and tested the Type 2 TMC. It'll be used in the next RTC version, which will hopefully prove more successful, but for now, I will need to see how many of 0057's issues we can fix before commencing work on the next version. 0057's just expired a few hours ago. The team is still unsure of what exactly brought about this disaster, but the observer stated that the subject seemed to hallucinate and act in disturbing ways. The autopsy revealed that the TMC actually caused minor damage to the brain. The damage deteriorated over time, and the end result was complete brain death. Subject 0057 is beyond salvation, and I see no other option than to look deeper into the matter of the TMC and the new protective agent, which seems to be faulty. Also, we'll have to forget about implementing a data bank in the CSA until we effectively overcome the insanity issue. A last-minute decision was made not to activate the CSA in 1057's TMC. The group working on the device found a few faults and were concerned that the device would do the same as it did to 0057. 1057 was activated, and I could see that it functioned as it should. The subject appeared to be able to control its own power supply, and it was apparently afraid of what it experienced, so it shut down on its own. Most fascinating. It reactivated itself the following day while I had the pleasure of observing it. The subject was clearly frightened of its surroundings and its situation, but I managed to calm it down, and after that it responded intelligently to my own inquiries. Subject appears to be cooperative, which is very good news, as this suggests that the team has eliminated one of the greatest problems found in 0057. Still, the subject does not seem to completely trust anyone around him. The test runs, however, were a sore disappointment. 1057 remembers its military training, however, it seems to have problems getting used to its suit. The suit also has internal problems which could not be readily fixed. We'll have to work on the suit. I've already seen to it that the group responsible for the design of the inner shell have begun improving the suit, but I believe it'll also work to further improve the TMC by expanding its data feed to include encoded information on the use of the suit. That device is the entire project's Achilles heel, it seems. We're on to TMC Model 45C, and still we need to work on it. We're almost there. We're getting there. 1057 recently expired exactly like 0057. It seems that the fault not only lies with the TMC, but with the actual protective agent. I shall look into this myself and try to find out what exactly is causing this issue. 1057 lasted considerably longer than its predecessor, but I suspect that this is really only because the CSA wasn't activated. Also, it seems that the subject was not quite as cooperative as I had initially thought. However, it seems we're closer to nailing the problem. The team has found that the internal systems occasionally become unstable. I have no doubt that this issue also occurred with 0057. Also, a few other good news comprise that we have eliminated the problem with the suit's maneuverability, as the subject's motorical skills surpassed all expectations after we'd implemented a few fixes into the suit. I found an interesting reaction in the X fluid used for production of the brain protective agent. The team is preparing the next version as I write this. Hopefully this one will become more successful, but I've already authorized the preparation of another body, which will be used for the fourth cyborg version. The third version, 2057, should be ready within 3 days of this writing, depending on how successful my testing on the X fluid and the production of an improved protective agent might turn out. 2057 has been activated after days of painstaking work. The TMC works as it should, and the first test runs were moderately successful, though we encountered a problem with the left leg stabilizer. There were no real issues worth mentioning, and the stabilizer will be fixed accordingly. I'm also pleased to note that the subject seems very cooperative and has adapted to its environment very quickly. However, I've tested the capricious brain protective agent further and have found some problem areas. I fear that it might eventually go... Wait, hold on. I fear that it might eventually go 2057 the way it went with the two other versions. Okay. I think what it's supposed to say is, I fear that it might eventually go the way it went with the two other versions, and it's too late to make alterations with the agent used in 2057. I've begun making what I hope is the final set of improvements to the protective agent, which will be used in the next version, 3057. That's us! 2057 became erratic some few hours ago, and its condition has deteriorated, leaving it a rambling lunatic one moment and a rationally thinking being the other. It is, however, noteworthy how the subject switches between temporary insanity and a perfectly stable, insane condition within moments. I must say, though, that it's a positive sign that 2057 is still alive after 4 days after its initial awakening. Also noteworthy is the fact that the cyborg itself reported that it was feeling strange and had odd dreams. Other than the unstable mind of the subject, everything in 2057 seems to work smoothly, and the TMC is quick to fix data errors and minor neural problems. I have taken myself the time to study the log recovered from 1057, as well as the cyborg's body itself, trying to learn more. Everything I learned will be passed directly onto the team working on 3057. Work on 3057 is progressing much more slowly than with the other two, but that is only because the team is working much more cautiously now. Dr. Alistar has stated that they are preparing yet another version of the TMC. He gave me a quick test of its capabilities, and I must say, I'm impressed with the newest version. It seems so much more stable and reliable than any of the others. 2057's condition is deteriorating, but it's still alive. It's currently held securely within its cell. The subject has been most interesting to study, and I feel that the team has learned a lot. As I write this log entry, the team are undergoing the final stages of 3057's construction. I've only just completed proofing the brain with the newest agent. For now, the team is really only fine-tuning the system. Everything seems to be in place for the conference. I shall be busy working into the late hours tonight as I wish to further analyze our data of the other two RTC cyborg versions. Holy shit, that was way longer than 5 minutes. That was like, oh, that's almost a third of the video is gone! That's a long one, dude! Okay. So what I remember is that we're looking for a blue key. It's interesting, though. It's a lot of details, though, and I'm not the best with, like, story retention, so it's taking me a while to, like, I generally have to, like, play through stuff multiple times to grasp what's actually happening, you know? What did I need for this again? I didn't need anything, right? I need to stabilize power patterns.
No management needed. Access denied.
Right, because I need to go to the bridge for that, but it wants a blue key. And I have a blue key, but I don't think that's the blue key it wants. I think it wants a different one. I don't know what this fucking sound is it's playing right now, but it's been playing increasingly often. Some Five Nights at Freddy's shit happening, dude. Okay. So cryo, this is where we... Oh, you know what? Is the blue key in one of these pods, I wonder? Do I need to kill these dudes? Hold on, let me see if this blue key is actually enough. Oh, I got a new entry. Wait. I've seen that already. What? Search and rescue program. Yeah, I've seen that already.
Cannot access damaged files. Reinstall.
Oh, yeah, I gotta... Okay, yeah, reinstall.
Blue data disk required.
I need the blade... Okay, it's the data disk. It's not a pass. Okay.
Access denied.
Your mother's denied! Prick. Recovering lost or damaged data files. Recovery successful. Oh, is that the thing? Found and extracted from computer message stored in log. Oh, excellent. Okay. Captain. As the officer in charge of the enforcer... Okay, first, hold on. Okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. As the officer in charge of the enforcer, it's important that you're up to speed on the latest unpleasant developments. As you well know, there's been considerable rivalry between the FCE and the UAC going on since our exodus from Earth. But only few realize how bad the situation is. I trust you to keep this under wraps for now, as we do not need the morale of our employees to get any lower than it already is. I fear the rivalry will eventually evolve into an actual war between our two factions, as foolish as that possibility may seem to you, for apparently the UAC officials refuse to see reason. The latest political clash has been caused by the UAC showing increasingly great displeasure in our ban of their translocator technology. They insist that there were never anything wrong with their technology in the first place, a claim that we find very questionable and which I'm convinced the FCE will investigate further into if our chaotic situation ever lifts. The strife has gone too far. The FCE is worried that the UAC may even conduct questionable actions against FCE vessels and facilities to acquire FCE hardware, and as such, I must caution you and ask you to keep your eyes and ears open. As of yet, we do not know if this fear is legitimate, but we cannot afford anything to happen which could possibly stall Project RTC. Another issue, which has come up only recently, threatens our interests. We've received reports of sightings of pirates in the more desolate areas of Mars, and there's a slight probability of a pirate base somewhere on the planet. So far, these outlaws, as of now, have not attacked the civilian areas yet. If only we could cooperate with the UAC, we could receive a full layout on former UAC territory on Mars, which could be a great help in tracking these bandits. But sadly, our current situation is very different. I'm concerned as to how long the pirates have been hiding there. For all we know, they could have been there when the Project RTC team boarded your vessel. So there's a risk of them having stowed away on the ship, trying to spy on our activities. They might still be aboard. I must order you to tighten up on security, Captain. I'll be expecting a full report from you on any suspicious activities that might occur. And speaking of suspicious events, our experts have yet to find any explanation to that mysterious intergalactic jump your ship made a while ago. But they're still investigating into the matter. I'll keep you posted on this, as I expect you to keep me posted. Some shit's going down, man. Okay. Can I install now? Because I downloaded something, right?
Blue data disk required.
Okay, no.
Access denied. Currently no malfunction.
Right, I did that already. Okay.
Access denied.
Because okay. So the data disk is what we need. The blue data disk. Where would if I were a blue data disk, where would I be? I'd be right. Nope. I got deceived. Because this is open right here. I thought that was a fucking key. Damn it. Okay. Blue data disk is what we're looking for. Because that's what's going to let us fuck with the power. Okay. So in the interest of saving time, because I've been playing this for a fucking long time, let me look at where the blue key is. Boom. Wiki, RTC, 3057. I just want to see what hub the blue key's in, so I can kind of get on with this. It's on deck 5. Not looking up where it is, but it's on deck 5 somewhere. Okay, where could it be? That doesn't do anything. Let me save, by the way. Oh my god. Blue data disk is what we're looking for. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. There was a thing over here with this team. I wonder if it's like fucked now. Okay, that's still doing its thing. Blue data disk is here somewhere.
Power has been restored.
I can apparently do that multiple times.
Power has been restored.
Okay. Or wait, is this where it was?
Access denied.
Alright. If I continue to get lost, I'm actually gonna, like, pause the recording and look for it myself, because I don't want to waste more time. I've already taken up almost half of this video reading. Not that, like, that's a bad thing, because I am interested in the story. It's just, you know, every video... The longer I spend on this, the longer we have to wait to play Hell Revealed 2. You know what I mean? Let me take another look, actually. No, the only blue pass was on this map. It's in this hub somewhere. You know what? I am gonna pause, actually. I am gonna pause and I'm gonna take a look around. And I'll start up again if I find anything. Alright. So I did some digging around. Turns out I'm a fucking idiot. I looked around here again. I did a couple laps around deck 5. I have the blue pass already, actually. That was what I had picked up. It's just so much happens in this vlog that I fucking lose track of shit. I actually walked away from where I was supposed to go. I was like, I'll go back to the bridge. I'll just play around in the options again. Let me see what I find. And, I can do the power stabilization now. But it does this. 90% complete. Power must be rerouted from 4 power management consoles located inside labs and at control stations on deck 2. So there's 4 things on deck 2 that we need to find. So now we're looking around deck 2. I do remember bumping into these. So I was just at one of them, actually. I think I remember running into a couple of them in a... I think there's one... I don't know.
Power has been restored.
Very good. Okay. So now I gotta find the other 3. Have I been keeping track? No! Are they only on deck 2? I don't think so. I feel like I've seen them other places. I feel like there's one on deck 5. And I can't see what it said. Right? No, I can't. I think there's one. I feel like there was one on deck 5. Somewhere. It wasn't over here. This was where the steam was. I went the wrong fucking way. But it ended up being the right way. Yeah, it wasn't this. I don't think this has anything to do with it. Yeah. Fuck. I gotta find all of these things now. Well, that's fine. I know what I'm looking for. There's none in there. Go this way. It's faster. They might actually all be in deck 2. Will it tell me where they are again if I try to use it? 90% complete. Power must be rerouted from 4 power management consoles located inside labs. Labs and at control stations on deck 2. Okay. Right. The labs. I forgot about the labs. I'm so stupid. Oh, this is also part of deck 2, jackass. Okay. Right, because there was one over here. I remember now. There's one right here.
Power has been access denied.
I can't access that yet. Alright. So, okay, we're halfway there. Maybe there's one up here? I don't remember. Yes, there is!
Power has been restored.
Okay. Looking for one more now. If it's not down here, it's probably up on the main deck, too. It's probably up on the main deck, too. Yeah, it's up on the main deck, too. Okay. What the fuck am I hearing? What the fuck am I... Okay. What the fuck was that bass? Oh boy, we're gonna be here for a while. Wait, the vending machine. Forgot about the vending machine. Let me go further back. There might have been one back here. Might be like full backpack. No, I don't think it is. Might be over here in the lobby. We're gonna spend the rest of our lives looking for this one. Oh, it is! I know where 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 it is! Oh my god, I know where it is! It's over here. I remember seeing it over here. Because I died over here once. I remember. Oh my god. My death served something.
Power has been restored.
Yeah!
Access denied.
Fuck you! Alright. Power's still gone? Maybe I have to finish the stabilizing process from the main computer on the bridge. Oh, fuck, dude. Ugh! Okay, get out. Alright. Alright, back to the bridge. Back to the bridge. Fuck, dude, you know what I want right now at 4:30 in the morning? Burger King. Speaking of, let me take my sleep medicine real quick. Alright. Bridge! Looks like the power's back! Yeah!
No management needed.
Excellent, okay. Get the fuck out of here now. To escape pods. I would love to go this way. Nine enemies. All right. Make sure I'm not gonna get flanked or anything. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I got flanked. Oh god. Oh god. When used like that, chain gun's pretty fucking satisfying. Okay. I'm not buying that that's the last enemy. This is some Z-Doom fuckery. Which escape pod do I take? Which escape pod do I take? Ah, some teleport fuckery. That's pretty seamless. Oh, I found it. Wait, hold on. Let me keep looking. Oh, there's multiple open. Oh, let's take number 4. I am number 4. I am Will Smith. The escape pod launches itself from the Enforcer and is instantly caught in the gravitational pull of Mars. As the pod hurtles towards the planet, you hope you'll survive the landing. Without warning, the entire pod shakes viciously and you suddenly feel yourself weakening. Moments before you lose consciousness, you notice that all electrical systems aboard the pod cease to respond, and you can feel the pod rushing down. Everything blacks out. And that's it! Holy fuck! Okay, I guess... So, I know that this was part 1 of, like, 3 parts, so I want to look up and see real quick. He's gonna be shooting at me. I want to look up and see real quick if... He's throwing me off. This fucking zombie man's throwing me off. Okay. Stop it. Oh my god, that didn't even stop it at all. Here, let me... Can I get an enemy that doesn't attack me? They all fucking attack me. You're quiet, that's fine. I want to look up if the other 2 parts came out. I'm not going to play them on the channel, like, yet, but I want to see if they did or not, so... We want to go to the id Games archive. That's what we're looking for. Search. RTC. I got an idea. RTC 3057. Alright, let's go to Doom Wiki, because the Id Games Archive is fucking made with duct tape. Search RTC. It looks like it hasn't. I think this is just it. Damn, dude. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. That was good. I liked it. Every time I think I've played a Z-Doom WAD... Every time I play a Z-Doom WAD and I think, man, that's the most Z-Doom I've ever Z-Doomed. It can't get any more Z-Doom than that. It gets more Z-Doom than that. I thought License to Spell Doom was like peak Z-Doom. And it's still my favorite Z-Doom WAD, for sure. RTC doesn't overtake that. But RTC as an experience was a really fun... It was a fun, fleshed out idea. And I really like it for that. I can't say I played Doom to read, though. Not that I didn't care for the reading. Some of those logs are very long, but very necessary. It's a shame. It's really a shame that the other two didn't come out. Or if they did, I can't find them. Damn, dude. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. I'm going to sleep. It's funny to me that half of this fucking video, about half of this video is me reading that first log, detailing, like, the beginning of the RTC project. That was a cool one, though. I like that. Alright. Good night, friends.